England are Before we crack on with this video, guys, if you want to watch my live reactions to the England-Iceland game, we actually filmed them all, myself, Alex and Seb, in a video we made with Dominoes and Lad Bible. There's a link in the description. Check it out. Yes, guys, today's video is going to be talking about the England performance I've just watched. It wasn't the video I was planning on making. I was hoping we'd be going a few more rounds at least at Euro 2016, but we are out. We've been knocked out by Iceland. Just so you know, guys, I've got no kind of planned thought process for this video. I'm making it up as I go along. I'm just going to spout what I'm thinking after that ridiculous game. First off, I'm going to say respect to Iceland. Absolutely smashed it. Whatever I say the rest of this video about the smallness of their country and like all I'm going to be doing is putting in perspective how bad it is that England have done. I'm not taking anything away from what Iceland have done. Fair play to you. Like, you smashed it. Brilliant. Genuinely very impressive. All right. But let's talk about England. Disgraceful. Absolute disgraceful. Every one of those players should be embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to be an England fan right now. I'm embarrassed. Last week of my life, I've been so embarrassed to be English. Genuinely. This shirt, I don't even want to be wearing this shirt right now, okay? We've been knocked out of Europe twice in 1 week, right? Where do I even start? Roy Hodgson's gone. Thank God. Right, I did an IMO on the England squad when it came out, okay? A lot of you thought all I wanted to talk about was the fact that West Ham players weren't in there. Yes, I talked about West Ham players. I talked about a few other players as well. But mainly I talked about the fact that Roy Hodgson is an idiot. He knows nothing about football, genuinely. There's a reason he didn't get a job in this country until he was about 65. He could only get a job in other countries where they just assumed he was good because he's English. He knows nothing. Look at the decisions he made. They were decisions that every Joe Blogs on the street could see England needed to do, like introducing Jamie Vardy to games. You know, like getting Raheem Sterling off, like getting Harry Kane off when he wasn't playing well. He's somehow taken a very talented young England squad and made them toilet duck. So bad. It's disgraceful. He should be done for treason. Right? Not just Roy Hodgson though. Yes, he's resigned. He had no choice. His contract was up anyway. There was no way he was getting a new one. But the people at the FA that left him in a job after the 2014 World Cup, which was awful, they should go as well. They've got to take responsibility for this. I know a load of you are going to say, oh, but we qualified. We're the best qualifiers. We got 10 wins out of 10. This has shown you qualification means nothing. It means nothing. As long as you get to the tournament, it doesn't matter how you get there, how many wins you get. It means nothing, guys. The form you take into it with England is absolutely irrelevant. We were the best qualifiers. And we've had probably the most embarrassing performance of all the big countries. This Euros there was 24 teams, you know. We scraped for our bloody group, really. We should have won our group. It was the easiest group in the whole tournament. We came second. We should have had an easier draw. I mean, Iceland, at the end of the day, you can't complain with a draw like Iceland. Yeah, if France had knocked us out next game, fair play. But Iceland have knocked us out. Heard some stat that, like, if you're between the age of 18 and 30 and you're from Iceland, there's like a 1 in 1,000 chance you'll be playing for Iceland tonight. They've got a population of 300,000, about the same as Leicester, funnily enough. We've got like 40 million to choose from. Our manager, Roy Hodgson, is on something like 4.6 million a year. Their assistant manager is a part-time dentist. Are you kidding me? How has he managed to take the first and second top goal scorer from the Premier League, on paper, the most informed strike force at the Euros, and between Harry Kane and Jamie Vardy, they've got 1 goal this tournament? Dele Alli looked an absolute shadow of the player he was this year. He took 1 centre mid too many. He's so in love with Jack Wilshere, Jordan Henderson. James Milner barely got a look in. He was in better form than both of them. He was the most assists in the Premier League second half of the season. He doesn't care about form. Apart from people like Vardy and Kane, who he had to have in there. Bear in mind, he only started Vardy once. He's gone with players who have done what in recent times? Henderson. Sterling. I mean, he only took Sterling. He was his only wide player. He had no plan B. Yes, Antonio would have been good in there. I mean, I'm not going to talk about West Ham in this video, but I will say this. You tell me if we would have done any worse with Mark Noble or Antonio in that squad. I'm not saying we'd have won it with them, but would we have done worse than that rubbish? No. Andy Carroll would have been an option tonight. The amount of stupid balls we put into the box. But it's not about West Ham players. It's about England. An embarrassment. The squad was wrong. The decisions Roy made were wrong. The performance was embarrassing. I don't care, like, your footballers at the end of the day, I know Roy's going to take most of the blame, and rightfully so, right? But the players have got to take some of the blame, right? They should be able to react to that situation. They should be able to outclass Iceland. The Icelandic defenders, fair play to them. Unbelievable tonight. tackles all over the pitch, every header won. I don't know how it happened. Harry Kane on set pieces, what is that about? Like, I don't care if Roy is telling you Kane's on set pieces. When you're on the pitch and you see that his deliveries are going nowhere near the goal, nowhere near where they need to be, just someone on the pitch say, Harry, get off this, I'll have it. Rooney, for God's sake, you're decent at set pieces. Why are you letting Kane take them? I've never seen him put a good one in, shot or cross. That's just a microcosm for Roy's bad decision making. He's a joke of a man. I'm so glad he's gone. I don't know who's going to come in next. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. It's a poison chalice, the England job. Gary Neville, no, he's not going to get it. He's resigned with Roy Hodgson. He messed up at Valencia. Gareth Southgate's probably the favourite. For me, he's going to be another Roy Hodgson, just a yes man that'll do exactly what the FA wants him to do and not inspire anyone. Who else? Eddie Howe. Potential one day, but it's too early for him. If he takes it now, it's going to ruin his job. It's going to ruin his career, I think, genuinely. It's too early. I would have loved Jose Mourinho as England manager. He would have got results. But obviously he's gone United now. Genuinely, I'd take bloody Harry Redknapp or Tim Sherwood. An honest Englishman. Don't really want Alan Pardew, but I guess his name's in the ring. Honestly, Slaven Bilic would do a better job. I'm stupid to suggest this. Not that anyone's going to listen to what I'm saying, but I obviously want Bilic at West Ham. Bilic was getting riled up. Bilic was the mastermind behind Croatia knocking us out of the qualification for Euro 2008. We need a manager with a little bit of a spine, some bloody testicles. I don't know what to go like. Some of you guys might be a bit younger, haven't experienced the amount of England tournaments that I have been disappointed by now. World Cup 98, well, Euro 96 and World Cup 98, I think we were actually all right. They're my first two memories. We actually played okay, got a bit unlucky, both times getting knocked out by penalties. But since then, Euro 2000, dismal. World Cup 2002, average. Euro 2004, not great. World Cup 2006, bit unlucky against Portugal maybe. Euro 2008 didn't qualify. World Cup 2010, terrible. Euro 2012, still below average, I'd say. World Cup 2014, disgraceful. Euro 2016, disgraceful again. Where do we go from here? Is there something built into English players' psyche? Are we just weak when it comes to international stage? Do we bottle jobs? Or is it all Roy Hodgson's fault? I think Roy is a joke of a man. This guy got sacked from Liverpool. Got sacked. And the FA were like, oh, we'll have him. We'd love a manager that got sacked from Liverpool. Is that what we're aspiring to? Taking sacked managers? We should be picking out the best of the best. You know, we should be going for one of the best managers in the world, offering in the money that the England job is one of the best paid jobs in football. So let's go and scout one of the best managers in football. Roy Hodgson. What have you even done? You got Fulham to UEFA Cup final. Well done. That's it. There's got to be better out there. Bloody Gareth Southgate's going to come in next. I mean, do me a favour. I'm not going to pretend I've got the answers. I don't know who should get the England job. Like I say, I'm suggesting names like Sherwood and Redknapp, not because they're any good. I mean, Sherwood has equally done nothing as a manager. But he's an honest man. At least he'll sit there in the interviews and say, I went for it. We got it wrong. Whatever. Roy's just an absolute joke. I'm devastated, guys. I was in such a good mood for the whole of Euro 2016. I've gone to all the group games. This is the first England game I didn't go to at the Euros. And I'm not going to be going to another one. This is their first tournament. This is Iceland's first major tournament. Last time England played Iceland, we beat them 6-1. What's happened to us? We're in a dark, dark place. I'm not sure Rooney will ever play again. I don't think Rooney will retire from international football. I could be wrong, but I don't think he will, because I think he wants to get as many goals as possible. He wants to extend his lead as the top goal scorer of all time for England. But obviously got another one tonight. He's also the joint most capped outfield player of David Beckham now. I think 115 caps. Only Peter Shilton's got more as a goalkeeper. Regardless of whether Rooney retires or not, I think a new manager should come in and freshen things up and get rid of him. He may still be the best player for that position, whether it's up front or in midfield. But I think you've got to move things on now. Needs to be freshened up. Get a new captain in there. Joe Hart needs to have some time out of the England team. Joe Hart let us down big time this tournament. Big time. At the time that he conceded that second Iceland goal, he'd faced 5 shots. Conceded 4 of them. That means he made 1 save. I genuinely think I would have done that. I'm a very, very poor goalkeeper. But I don't think I would have done much. The worst I could have done is conceded 5 from 5 shots. He conceded 4. Joe Hart let us down big time. The system going forward is embarrassing. No wide players. really hurt us. We had no imagination. We were relying on the fullbacks to go down the wings, do all the work, which is easy for teams like Iceland and Slovakia to just counteract by getting everyone behind the ball, making Walker just lift a cross into the box, which no one could win headers tonight. No imagination, no creative spark, nothing. He took Rooney off. He's playing 4 strikers at the end. If we had got that late goal and gone into extra time, I don't know what he would have done in extra time. We had Rashford, Vardy, Sturridge, and Kane on the pitch. It's embarrassing. There's no conclusion to this video. There's no but this is the bright side, or but this is what we can look forward to. It's just a very depressing video. There's no good that can come from this, guys. Will it ever change? Will England ever be good again? I really hope so. I hope in my lifetime, if we don't win a tournament, we at least play well at one. If you're Icelandic right now, you're buzzing. Even Hungarian, they've gone out, right? But they massively outperformed their expectations. Even Northern Ireland and Republic of Ireland. Just once, I'd like us to, go past what's expected of us. In this tournament, that probably would have been a semi-final. If we got to semi-final in this tournament and then lost, I think we'd have all felt pretty proud to be English. Right? But to go out in the round of 16 to Iceland and to not win our group against, no disrespect, but Wales, Slovakia and Russia, teams we're massively ranked higher than on the FIFA rankings, it's just unacceptable. It is tantamount to treason. Because we've got quite a young squad anyway, I don't think it's a case of completely rejuvenating the squad and getting rid of half the players. I think most of those boys will be in the squad again. I'm not saying we have to play wide formation, but we have to have a plan B. Antonio would have been a perfect winger to take. More than any other West Ham player, he would have ran at people. Like Rashford did when he came on. Rashford came on so late. He got given 3 minutes. The guy's 18 or whatever he is. He got given 3 minutes to turn it around. Talk about expecting a lot. Give him 10 minutes at least, you little mug, Roy. I'm fuming. I'm genuinely fuming. I've got no more to say, guys. I've got no more to say. I just wanted to share this with you. Some of you had asked me to do it on Twitter. I like to vent my frustration in that respect. It's been quite useful for me, but I've not got anywhere. No good will come from this video, apart from you getting to watch me be annoyed. And I'm sure a lot of you are sharing my frustration. Some of you might be younger and you haven't seen this many tournaments. Get used to this. Every 2 years, the same thing happens. We forget the last tournament. We start to get hopeful. Expectations rise. And we get let down. And whilst getting knocked out of the first knockout round of the Euros isn't necessarily a new low, losing to Iceland is a new low. Gary Lineker said it on Twitter. It's pretty much our worst defeat in competitive English history. I don't know what to say. I'm going to end the video here, guys. It's going to take me a while to get over this one. I don't know what's next. I don't know how it changes. Leave me a comment below. Who's the right manager to succeed Hodgson? Who are the right players to take us forward? Should Rooney play again? Who should have been in that squad that wasn't there? What should Roy have done differently? Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed watching me be miserable. You know what? Drop a like on the video if you just agree with some of the stuff I've said. Or if you're equally frustrated with England as me, drop a like on the video. If you're watching, you're from Iceland, fair play to you. I would love to be Icelandic right now. Honestly, best of luck in the tournament. Against France, I mean, if Iceland can do it again against France, maybe it will make us feel a little bit better, but I don't think there's any fixing this. Good luck, Iceland. Good luck, Wales. Good luck, Belgium. I'll be at that game. Hopefully I'll have recovered mentally from then, but yeah, I'll see you when you're older. Don't go changing. But England team, you need to change quick. Bye-bye.